It is the Turtle Dork back with a new reaction for you today. So this is a trailer that actually dropped a few days ago. It's a film called The Hate You Give. I don't know much about this film. I do remember seeing some advertisements leading up to the trailer release, like on Twitter and social media and some other places. I don't know who's casting it, but for whatever reason, I feel like it's getting a lot of buzz, probably being pushed more so by the studio, which I think this is being released by 20th Century Fox. The only thing that I do know about since the release of the trailer is that it is based on a very popular book. So, I mean, from the title, I think this is going to be a film that's probably going to be a little bit more socially driven. So, just going by that. But with no further ado, let's go ahead and check this trailer out.
Now you coming at me for my music, but you listen to this old stuff. Old stuff, like
it's classics, man. Right.
Well, I got a boyfriend.
Yeah, I heard. It's all good.
Really?
We've been together our whole lives, so we got time.
My name is Star. 2 R's. Daddy named me that. Garden Heights. Mama and Daddy says our life is here because our people are here. We got Mr. Rubin's barbecue, Mr. Lewis's barbershop, and Daddy's store. The high school is where you go to get jumped, high, or pregnant. We don't go there. Williamson is another world, so when I'm here, I'm Star version 2.
Yo, those kids are lit.
Basically, Williamson Star doesn't give anyone a reason to call her ghetto, and I hate myself for doing it. Until the weekend comes around.
I get those goosebumps every time.
Living 2 different lives.
I know you be hanging with all the white kids.
Out of the car.
Stop. You okay?
Go back where he told you. Khalil, I'm not playing. Go back where... What did you do?
Today, Garden Heights is reeling after the shooting of a 17-year-old black teenager by a white police officer.
We live in a complicated world.
It doesn't seem that complicated to me.
Yeah.
Violence,
So now
brutality. It's the same story, just a different name.
Oh, they got a lot of people in there. Okay. Sanaa Lathan, Anthony Mackie.
He's threatening her. It's about more than just Khalil. It's about black people, the poor people, everybody at the bottom. I need to speak for him.
When you ready to talk, you talk. Don't ever let nobody make you be quiet. I ain't named you Star by accident.
October 19th. Interesting. That looks like that could be a pretty powerful film. I don't know. I got two kind of, I guess, two thoughts about it. But it definitely looks powerful. Definitely, I think, a message that needs to be talked about. It's weird. I'm trying to straddle this line because we're in a time right now where a lot of people want to kind of be very socially and politically driven to kind of do for certain causes and whatnot. But I also think that, especially with a movie like this, you know, sometimes a lot of people don't really want to have to deal with that kind of stuff if they don't have to, especially going to see a film. I think sometimes dealing with this type of subject matter, for some, can be a little bit too heavy for them. I think about a film recently that I didn't think was that great. Was a film like Detroit. Detroit was a film that you go watch that film. It's a heavy film, and it's a film that you walk out of it and you leave that film upset, leave that film exhausted, you leave that film angry, and it just leaves you thinking. And that could be a good thing. That could be a really, really good thing. But at the same time, you're just like, you know, is that something I really kind of want to put myself through, you know, going into a movie like that? But at the same time, I think these type of stories do need to be talked about. Now, on the other side of that, I don't want people to think that we live in a world of absolutes. Nothing is absolutes. Nobody is saying, and I think sometimes when people watch this trailer and the way that it kind of comes off is like, I don't want people to think that all cops are, you know, evil, all cops are bad, which is not the case. You can differentiate between the two. And I think that's important to be said. I mean, nobody is out here saying that, you know, this is how it is and this is how it's always has been and this is how it always will be. That's not the case. But I think you'll be lying to yourself if you were to say that incidents like this don't happen. So, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to get too preachy, but this film looks like, I don't know, it looks like it could be, it could definitely be a film that is divided down that line. But with that being said, getting back to the actual trailer, the cast looks amazing. Common, Anthony Mackie, Sanaa Lathan, you saw Issa Rae in there. I'm not familiar with the book, but yeah, this could be something that could be it could be interesting. Just kind of telling that story of a young girl that kind of lives on both sides. It lives in two different worlds, and then, you know, she's kind of having that push and pull struggle when something happens in her community that makes her have to kind of take a stand and kind of rise up. So I think that aspect from her story can be interesting. But again, just like I said, the subject matter, I think, can be divided down lines depending if you're kind of exhausted by stuff like this, or if, you know, I get it, you know, if people are kind of tired of that, but I don't know. It just all depends on where you fall on that. But either way, definitely looks like a powerful story that needs to be told. But anyway, I'm not here to preach. Let me know what you thought of the trailer for The Hate You Give in the comments below. Go ahead, rate, like, subscribe, and share. And go ahead and check out my other dorks. At MouthDork, at TheDiscoDork, and at Sidewalk Siren. And as for me, I am the Turtle Dork. And with that, I'm out.